Hi, and these comments are for a student who sent me a writing practice test yesterday. This is my free writing practices evaluation. I am Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com. I'm getting ready to read and evaluate your essay according to these independent writing rubrics from the TOEFL IBT test, or what they use to grade the writing, right? Okay, so first of all, I read the essay. So the question here is, should teachers be paid according to how much students learn? So I have good and bad news about the essay. I think the good news is you definitely have very good control over your grammar. I looked over it. I don't think there's really many grammar errors at all. I found one right here. To be more precise, their low grades happen due to family problems. Since her parents divorced, divorce is actually singular, right? Was influencing her mental health and consequently her studies. You have pretty good control also over your punctuation. However, you might not be using it all correctly all the time. For example, her low grades happen due to family problems. I would not use a comma before that dependent clause. However, other punctuation marks are really good, right? So you have good control over your sentence structure and punctuation for the most part. The problem that I have is this first paragraph. It's only 52 words, right? Now, if I take this sentence out of there, which I've seen many, many times, it's only 37 words. So that's not a good introduction right there. How do I know I've seen that sentence? I will prove to you right now. I see it. It typically comes from TOEFLresources.com. It says Testpig. So I put in this actual sentence. I feel this way for two main reasons, which I will explore in the following essay. We got 649 million hits with that sentence. What does that tell me? It tells me that you're copying this. You copied this directly from the internet. So that's not a good idea for your academic writing. So if I have seen this sentence, TOEFL IBT human raters have also seen it. They grade a lot more writing than I do. I only grade about maybe 10 to 15 practice tests a week. They do that much in a morning. So they're going to see these sentences over and over and over and over and over, and it doesn't make your writing look original. And it also does not give you a clear focus to your ideas. It's not even a good thesis statement for that matter, right? The other problem is this one. Right here, I have to admit that my opinion on this matter has been influenced by, I have seen that sentence many times, right? So let's go here. You won't get as many hits on this one, but it's going to go back to TOEFL resources. Ah, crap. We got 211 million hits on this one. What does that mean? It means I've seen it many times. Look at all the different web pages that have this sentence here, especially right in the beginning here. So it looks like languagecorrect.com, quizlet.com. It looks like testbig.com. So these sentences are what I call templates. You memorize certain things, you put them into the writing. You're trying to act like you have better writing skills by putting them in there, but because you didn't create this sentence in the first place, in my opinion, it shows limitations, if anything, with your writing proficiency. So it shows me you have to depend on templates and memorize sentences to explain your ideas. I've also seen this one many times, drawing on my own experience, right? If I go to Google on that, I will get maybe millions of hits there. So what's the first thing you can remember here? Trust your own abilities. I believe you're a good writer. I'm not saying you're not. I look at through your paragraphs. I can tell you have good control of your sentence structure, your language use. Be confident in what you can do. You do not need to copy sentences from the internet to demonstrate you're a good writer. You're already a good writer, right? So my advice here with the introduction is to create a 100-word introduction with a more sharply focused thesis that I have never seen before. How about this? If your thesis is about 20 words or more, that's the very first time that thesis has been written in the English language. So keep your thesis statement between 20 and 30 words, right? Now let's take a look at one thing before we get going. I'm going to look at a couple of other things. Editing score doesn't look bad. You're 87%, right? The most important thing I like to look at here is your document stats. This is actually impressive. This is good. You got 28.8 for your average sentence length. Your characters per word is 4.8. Therefore, I believe that E-Rater, ETS's artificial scoring engine, will like your writing. So I think that's a good sign. So that's good. I only recommend here is that if you choose to use only 2 body paragraphs, which is not a lot, I recommend that you keep the paragraph length to 150 words for each of these paragraphs. This one's 92 and this one is 118. So develop them to 150 words. You have your first paragraph is around 100. Conclusion is fine. And I think you're going to score really high. I really do. I get a good feeling about you. Now, if you're interested, I have a TOEFL writing boot camp course. I would not say this for everybody, but I think it's possible. If you can make a few changes in your writing, you can get between 29 and 30. I really think that can happen, right? Let's go to the rubrics. I'm going to give you a score now. Okay, so I'm looking over here at the actual rubrics. He addresses a topic, though some points may not be fully elaborated. I think you can develop body paragraphs 2 and 3 a little bit more. That would be one thing I think you can do. So you could probably also, you can expand that introduction a little bit better. It's well organized, well developed. It is. It's generally, which means you could probably do better with your thesis statement in the beginning. You have facility in the use of language. It looks like you're doing very well there. I think that if you want to look at 24 as passing, I believe that you're probably between 24 and 25 points out of 30. I think that's my goal right now. But I do not see this as scoring 29 or 30. I have a lot of students who have scored 29 or 30. Your writing is nowhere near that, at least not right now. All right? Anyway, thank you for sending me the writing practice test. I hope you have some ideas now on what you can do to improve your writing. Remember, if you want to learn more about my TOEFL Writing Bootcamp course, go over to onlinetoeflcourse.com.